Hello, good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss about North American Free Trade Agreements. I am Dr. Gopal Krishnam Gaonkar, Associate Professor of Economics, GFGC Center for PG Studies, Thankanodi Road B. And this is the topic which comes in International Economics of fourth semester MA Economics of Mangalore University. As we have already studied about European Economic Union, like that, North American Free Trade Agreement is also a type of trade related union. Of course, NAFTA is the extension of Canada US Trade Agreement called CUSTA of 1988 for eliminating all tariff barriers in North America. As I said, these are the two neighboring countries, US as well as Canada. And as number of unions are emerged in different geographical area of world, like that, NAFTA is also one of the effort made by Canada and America. And in 1991, Mexico joined CUSTA. It was renamed as NAFTA. So after that, it is considered as NAFTA. It came into effect in January 1994. Objectives of NAFTA. NAFTA's primary objective is to promote trade among US, Mexico and Canada by lifting trade barriers on products like automobiles, computers, textiles, because they were figured a very important items in international trade of that countries. So they thought to free or from different type of trade barriers among these member countries. So they did it. They agreed to eliminate tariffs on 99% of goods and services within their borders by 2004. It is started in 1998, and by 2004 they planned to reduce 99% of tariffs among these member countries. And features of the NAFTA, as I already said, the main purpose of the features of this particular NAFTA is to market accessibility. So they want to get more markets, of course, for their countries, for that three countries, and trade rules to be, as already said, 90% of 99% of trade barriers to be reduced. That is another idea in their mind. And services also included, because different type of service, including banking, insurance, or even shipping and all these things, they consider an investment. It's another type of service, of course. They want to see MNCs, the multinational companies are investing in different countries for on different area. And intellectual property right, this is another very important thing that came into existence in after WTO. So this one also strictly they thought to follow. And dispute settlement, if there is any misunderstandings or there may be some disputes among these countries, then there is another important plan they had is disputes settlements. And after that, effects of NAFTA. What are the effects then after the formation of this NAFTA in these countries? Positive effects that we will discuss in the beginning, and that they will come back. Of course, some negative effects because of NAFTA. So the first thing is they achieved substantial trade liberalization. This is the most important things after WTO. The regional and some intercontinental type of organizations came into existence. So it is, of course, it is not as such a different continent. It is a nearby continent. So that is why they reduced the tariffs. So trade liberalization is the first their positive effects on these countries, and provided three countries with huge territories and large markets. So of course I already said Market accessibility is the most important things for any type of products. For that matters, they are able to succeed in that. So there is a huge opportunity to sell their products and encourage the pre-movements of factors of productions among member countries. Remember, earlier they were thinking about brain drain, etc., that type of mentality. But now, factor movements, the factors which can be moved from one place to another place were left free. So because of are left free, because of that, there is a full movement of factors from one country to another countries, all member countries again. And the US trade deposit with Mexico and Canada has increased. So that is another positive effects. Otherwise, every time there will be some surpluses and like that to these countries. And this time it is US trade deposit with Mexico and Canada has increased and affected competitiveness of other American goods, which low cost of production goods by Mexico and Canada. This is the positive effects of this particular NAFTA. However, there are a number of negative effects of this NAFTA also. The most important one is the real wages of workers have decreased in Mexico. It increased the extent of poverty from about 51% to 58.4% in 2001. Remember, when there is a decrease in the real wages means the purchasing capacity has decreased. So because of that reasons, automatically what happened is poverty has increased in Mexico. Of course, it's a small country, and automatically their condition is a little bit worst because poverty has increased 51 to 58.4% in 2001. The small producers of Mexico found difficult to compete with the US export. This is always happening everywhere. Of course, if there are small scale industries, it is very difficult them to compete with the big companies. Of course, here it is small companies of Mexico. They have to compete with the big, of course, icons in the American exports. So this is the biggest problem to Mexico. The heavy farm subsidy to US farmers affected the reduction of Mexican farm prices. Again, that is happening when the subsidies are given to the US farmers. The Mexican farmers had to fight with, compete with these US farmers. They couldn't able to do it. So their farm prices are decreased to the certain extent. Another one is the US-Mexican border has led to environmental pollution because of large concentration of industries. I already said they are neighboring countries. Automatically, their border, within their border, there is a number of industries came into existence and established there. Automatically led to environmental pollutions. And of course, wherever there is more and more industries concentrated in a particular area, pollutions are always inevitable. So the same thing happened here. So policy, this one, environmental pollution is one of the biggest problem for the particularly Mexico, and the same thing of course happened to the US country, US states, United States also. So these are the negative effects. Whatever may be, of course, definitely when you see the negative effects of this NAFTA, Mexico is one country which suffered a lot from this NAFTA. However, after that, there are a lot of different type of policy supports as well as financial supports. So that countries tried to come out of that particular crisis even, and so the NAFTA is working continuously and for the benefit of these three countries, and so the countries are benefiting out of this type of things. So this is all about the NAFTA. Dear students, please go through the different tests and be updated about this knowledge. And because different unions are there, there is a chance for 1 or 2 questions on these topics, and that will help you to the answer in the annual exams. I hope that you understand the things. So if you have any doubts regarding this NAFTA, you may contact me and ask me the questions and try to answer. Thank you for hearing me for these things. Thank you.